Hello there.
Welcome back, my friend.
Hello, what have we here?
Jedi, we've been expecting you.
Knew I could count on you.
Hello.
Welcome to the rebellion.
What fun!
Hey everyone, Hybrid here, and today we're taking a look at a new Star Wars The Black Series figure. This is the May 4th themed holiday Stormtrooper, and when this figure got announced, it caused quite a ruckus. Apparently, there are some Star Wars fans out there that, despite being the target demographic for Star Wars t-shirts, think Star Wars t-shirts are stupid. So if that is your mentality, I hope I never see you in one, buddy. But this is a holiday figure. This line has had a number of them before, whether it be a pink Valentine's Day Ewok, or whether it be a snowtrooper painted to look like Frosty the Snowman. They have done lots of holidays in the line, and now they are indoctrinating the Star Wars holiday, May 4th. And I gotta say, initial impressions, I really like the idea of this. I have really been turned off by a lot of the holiday figures, because ultimately, what do you do with the figure the other 11 months of the year? You know, I don't want a random Christmas figure on my display, you know, in June. Like, it just doesn't fit. But I like the idea that the only thing holiday about this is a removable t-shirt. The rest of the time, it can just be a Stormtrooper on the shelf. So that was my initial reaction. I did not have the temper tantrums that Star Wars collectors are known for. So that said, let's go ahead and dive in and take a close look at what's going on, and see if this is Hasbro intentionally hating on collectors or something. Here's our Stormtrooper in the box. This is a familiar box, but it has a little bit of a twist to it. This is your standard Black Series packaging. However, instead of having a movie title across the front, it has the Star Wars Day logo there. Stormtrooper, big window showing him and his accessories off nicely. Star Wars The Black Series logo in yellow, and then the black box has little specklings of stars going on there, looking really cool. May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you. Wraparound window, wraparound stripe. Star Wars logo, warnings, Hasbro. No art on the side, just more May the 4th be with you. That's the most glaring thing to me. Where's the art? Come on. Around back, you have just a picture of the product included, a bio about May 4th in like 5 different languages. Pause and read, which applies best to you. He is not numbered. It's just 5-4, Star Wars Day, May the 4th be with you. A bunch of legal stuff, Disney, barcode, more legal stuff. Very standard Black Series packaging stuff with some minor tweaks to make it very May 4th themed. Let's open them up and I'll give you an in-depth look at everything going on here. So here's the Stormtrooper out of the packaging and a quick look at the accessories. Not a ton going on here. He comes with the standard E11 Stormtrooper blaster, the standard for the modern line at this point, with the flashlight on the side. It's a bit more of a Mandalorian series thing, but I do like the look. Makes it look just a little bit even more Galaxy Far, Far Away than the movie versions did. I do think that's generally an upgrade. I like the longer banana clip on the side as well. It's in a dark gray plastic, almost black, but not quite, but it's very, very near. And then, before we dive into the figure, one other accessory is this card backdrop. Thank you, Mercenary Droid Funko, for holding on to that for me. This is a fun little gimmick. It's just someone at Hasbro having a little laugh. It's a cardboard cutout of Han Solo with a target painted on it. And as you can see, the Stormtrooper is missing every shot. Stormtroopers can't aim. It's a running joke with Star Wars. It's the kind of thing that May 4th celebrators would celebrate and joke about. And that's kind of, that's my one thing where I am going to get into this, right? Like, I think that there is a cooler way to go about this, and they kind of went the corporatized way, but also it's Hasbro, so like, of course. But this is the 2020 Stormtrooper with some battle damage and a soft goods t-shirt. And I gotta be honest, when I see pew 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 squad goals, I do cringe a little bit. You know, I don't know why they decided to hire the Facebook moms to bring their humor here. But, you know, it's a removable t-shirt. It does not ruin the figure. Personally, were it me, probably would have just done an Imperial cog or something, or around back it has the May the 4th be with you logo on it. Leave the back black and just throw that on the front, you know. That's not my type of thing personally. But the thing is, you have all these people out here throwing these like mega temper tantrums about how t-shirts are cringe, even though Star Wars collectors are kind of like the target demographic of Star Wars graphic t-shirts. But like, you can just take this shirt off of the guy. And let's see. This is my first attempt. Let's see how hard it is to do. I imagine it's not any harder than any other type of toy that would have removable, like, clothing, right? Let me go ahead and do a brief little cut here. People don't know the struggles of a YouTuber, but I'm sitting here with a tripod and my phone on it between me and the figure trying to do something that requires a little dexterity. It didn't take much more than a few seconds if I just needed to get the figure off camera up by my face. But now, this thing's gone, and looking at this guy, he's just a Stormtrooper. We like Stormtroopers. I probably have 20 Stormtroopers at this point, you know? Like, what's one more? Now, this guy is a little bit special. He has some battle damage, so he's a little different. Just to bring in a clean one for comparison, as you can see, this guy has taken a couple of hits. Kind of brings to mind the old skit of, you know, the Stormtrooper that got shot in the leg, you know, why aren't you dead? You know, we've all seen that video, right? I'll try to remember to clip it.
I got hit in the leg. I'm wounded, that's all. Wounded? Yeah, you know, hit, but not fatally. Are you sure you're not dead? Yes!
But, you know, this guy's taken a thigh hit, a wrist hit, a bicep hit, and maybe those you could walk away, those are flesh wounds, but I'm gonna be honest, the shot to the dome probably got him. And, you know, that's, yeah, he's gone. He's a goner. But another cool thing about this is, hey, you know, you're doing some figure photography, you got a display going on, you can be the dead one on the ground. Why not? You know, it's a neat little gimmick. The other thing is you could probably take a Q-tip with some rubbing alcohol and just wipe these off. They don't look like they're that, like, strongly applied, you know, I don't know. It's just a novelty, you know. At the end of the day, it's just about fun. And, again, people are getting so miserable over t-shirts while you're probably wearing a Star Wars t-shirt. You know, that's really my big holdup. Like, why are we throwing temper tantrums about toys in the Big 26, you know? But anyway, round back, no battle damage back here. He was not running away from the fight. This guy was running into it and taking hits. But yeah, otherwise, it is a Stormtrooper. We've seen this guy a bunch. We've talked about him a bunch. I will humor you and run through the articulation because that's what we do here, but I'm going to keep it quick. We have talked about this guy a million times. So, 2020 Stormtrooper, you know what's going on. Double ball neck. Lets him look that far up, which isn't a ton, but it's enough. You can bury his chin, rotate, pivot, arms come up to a T-pose, butterfly joint, shoulder pad, can rotate with the arm 360 degrees around. It is on a ring around the peg, which is nice. The arms don't feature a bicep swivel, but he can do the single jointed elbow way past 90, swivel there, 360 wrist with the left hinging in and out, and the right hinging up and down. Mid-torso ball joint under that overlay. It's a little gappy looking, but it scoots down and hides it. He can crunch that far forward, that far back, side to side, and some pivot in there. He can do a pretty good splits. He can kick his leg pretty far forward, tiny little bit back, upper thigh swivel hidden by the armor, one of the few good ones in the line. Single jointed knees go a little past 90, swivel at the knee, and then the feet can go really far down, really far forward. There's a forward-facing pin for rocker, allowing you to stand them in some decently wide stances with both feet flat on the ground. So at the end of the day, what do I think of this guy? I think he's fine. It's just another Stormtrooper to put on the shelf. I don't understand the mentality of, like, the modern collector where Hasbro reveals something that's just a little bit of a gimmick, but the best way to do this kind of gimmick, and everyone needs to go, wah, wah, I don't like it, wah, like, then don't buy it, you know? It's so easy to just not buy it. This is the way to do these types of holiday figures. Hasbro has made it clear. The holiday figures are here to stay. They go on clearance, every single one of them, and they still do a wave every Christmas, every Halloween. Now they're adding Valentine's Day. The holiday stuff is not going away. But you know what? I don't buy any of them because I don't want a weird white Wookiee, you know, or a weird white Ewok or a pink Ewok, although I did buy it to make a Valentine's video this year. But you start making just a Stormtrooper in, like, an ugly Christmas sweater that then come off and be a Stormtrooper, yeah, that's a little bit more enticing. This is, like, the way to do that kind of thing. I don't want weird colored repaints that don't go well. Like I'm gonna be honest, you know, this shirt, go it in the accessory bin. Probably not gonna look at it again. But, like, I got a Stormtrooper out of it, you know? It's just what it is. Like, it's not... You know, people saw this and, like, freaked out. And I'm like, come on, guys, like, have a modicum of cool about yourselves, you know? So anyway, that's all I gotta say. Just what are we spazzing about, fellas, you know? I'm gonna dip. I gotta go work on something else now. I gotta leave the negativity behind. I'm just not liking the reaction to this guy. I think he's great. I recommend him. If you're going shopping and you see that Mandalorian and Grogu center display at your local Walmarts, this guy will be on it. I think you should grab it. He's pretty cool. And if you hate Star Wars t-shirts, then leave them there and go home and throw out all the ones that you own, you know, because I don't quite get why the t-shirt's something to spaz about. Even though, and I mean, I'll critique it fairly. It's Facebook mom humor. I don't really super like what's on the t-shirt, but like, it's just a Star Wars shirt, you know? Like, is the bar this low for what we get mad about in Big 26? I don't think so. Anyways, thanks for listening to a guy complain, not about the toy, but about the community. And to be fair, while I am being critical like that, I know my audience well enough to know that we're here because we are not like that. I'm kind of just critiquing the larger masses. So, you know, if you feel called out, not trying to do that too harshly, but this is not something to spaz about. You want to spaz about something, all those Christmas figures before. I think this is the improvement going forward. May the Force be with you, or may the Fourth be with you. Ha! And I hope you have a great day. Bye.